What are the most nutrient-dense foods that you can possibly eat? A lot of people call these superfoods, and they're from some tropical regions, some exotic locations, and the reason why these foods have been discovered a lot of times is because there's tribes and populations that are within these specific areas that have really long lifespans, and so they've been discovered because researchers are trying to determine why are these people living longer than industrialized countries. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now the first one we're going to talk about is quinoa. It's a seed from Peru, and it's actually been a staple in that country for almost 6,000 years. And the Incas actually called it the mother of all grains because it's a complete protein. So it was their staple. It provided all the essential amino acids that their bodies needed for development and growth. And, it's a seed, it's a grain. And so they were able to eat it relatively easily and not have to worry about, a lack of nutrients with some other vegetables like corn or even wheat doesn't have as many nutrients as quinoa does. Another really cool thing about quinoa is it's a really easy substitute for rice or couscous, and that's how I use it. If I'm making a pot of beans, I'll actually use quinoa in place of brown rice, and then also I use it as in place of an oatmeal in the morning, and you cook it just like you would with rice, and you can add butter to it, and even sprinkle blueberries on it, or there's a lot of ways to use it and eat it, and so it's a really versatile grain. The next superfood I want to talk about is the goji berry. These berries are harvested from the Himalayas, and they are full of essential fatty acids, protein, and antioxidants. Now, in comparison to a real common fruit would be the blueberry. The blueberry rates on a scale of how much antioxidants it has at 2,500. Well, the goji berry has 25,000 antioxidants. So it has 10 times more antioxidants than the blueberry. So that's just kind of show you why this is a superfood. And it has sort of a sour, bitter taste to it. So the way that you can easily take it in, you can do a shot, 1 ounce or 2 ounces a day. You can add it into a smoothie, and that way it won't, you don't have to sip 16 ounces of goji juice because that would be kind of overwhelming, but 1 or 2 ounces and you would get all those nutrients. Okay, the next superfood we're going to talk about is acai, and it's spelled A-C-A-I, and you may have started to see this in Starbucks and juice bars and smoothie places, and it's a berry that is harvested from Brazil, and it's extremely high in essential fatty acids, and it's almost a complete protein. So this is a really good staple to have in your diet because you're getting your good fats and you're getting a good amount of protein. And also acai has a compound known as polysterols, which help reduce cholesterol. And it's loaded with antioxidants, vitamin C, a ton of other nutrients. And also, acai has the way that your body assimilates it, it sort of gives you an energy boost. So similar to how you would feel when you drink caffeine, you actually are going to give your body the nutrients it needs in order for you to feel energetic, and then you're not getting the side effects of having caffeine in your diet. Also, acai is really high in vitamin E, which is great for your skin, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, if you have chronic aches and pains, if you have, known heart disease, this is definitely something that you want to have on a daily basis. And Whole Foods and Social Market sell the acai juice, so it's real easy to add to smoothies. Or if you're just drinking vegetable juice or fruit juice, you can just put it in there and you're getting all those nutrients that your body needs. Okay, the next superfood we're going to talk about is wheatgrass. Now, this is actually sold in like Petco and PetSmart, and it's just kind of short green grass. It's real easy to grow, and the great thing about it is jam-packed full of nutrients. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B. It has calcium, magnesium, iron, potassium. it's just loaded with nutrients. And also, the wheatgrass is going to help with your digestion because it's really high in fiber. You can juice it, and you can add it to smoothies. You can do a shot, 1 ounce or 2 ounces a day. And then you're getting not only all those nutrients, but you're also getting antioxidants and that fiber. Wheatgrass contains natural enzymes to support your detox and your digestion. And all these nutrients and all the reasons why wheatgrass is so good for you, researchers actually began to realize how good it was for your body. And in the 1940s, it was actually began to be used as treatment for cancer. The next superfood is spirulina. And this is an algae that grows in warm waters and warm climates. And it's actually been consumed for thousands of years by the Aztecs, the Asians, and Africans. And this has, it's a complete protein, and 62% of its content is amino acids. It's really rich in minerals, vitamin E. It has a lot of antioxidants, fiber, and it has anti-cancer properties, antiviral properties. And children that were harmed in the nuclear blast in Chernobyl, they actually were treated with spirulina because it showed such improvement in the children's immune system and bone marrow health. Spirulina also helps fight against allergic reactions, and it blocks the histamine release in your body. And then also it has the same amount of iron as beef. So if you're anemic or you need more iron-rich sources of food, this is definitely one to choose. Now, although spirulina has a different form of iron than beef, it's still a version of iron that your body needs. The next superfood I want to talk about is hemp protein. And hemp protein is a highly digestible form of protein. It's a vegetarian source, so it's suitable for vegetarians, vegans, diabetics, even hypoglycemics, especially athletes and even those with digestive disorders. And because it's so digestible, you don't experience some of the bloating and the symptoms if you're real sensitive, if you were consuming whey protein. And another great thing about this hemp protein is it has a real mild, nutty flavor. So it's real easy to add to smoothies and even to sprinkle over your cereal or put in your yogurt. I love to put it in my smoothies. That's the way that I get my protein in my fruit smoothies. Hemp protein is also a gluten-free source of protein, and it also has SDA and GLA, which are known to circumvent your predisposition to high cholesterol and low HDL. So you've already been diagnosed with high cholesterol, or you know that runs in your family. Start using this on a daily basis, and then you'll definitely have some great positive results. The next superfood is agave nectar. This nectar is produced in Mexico, and it has the consistency like honey, and it's the perfect sweetener. So if you're trying to avoid refined sugar, and but you're still, wanting to maybe sweeten a smoothie or, sweeten some cereal or cook with, some type of sugar, this is the thing to choose. It comes from a fruit. It's low glycemic, so if you're diabetic, you can also use this. And the way that it proportions out to sugar, 1/3 cup of agave nectar equals 1 cup of sugar. And so add it to your drinks, your smoothies, your beverages, put it on your cereal. And it's a great way to sweeten things, doing it, more healthy way and getting less amount of calories. The last superfood we're going to talk about is stevia. And stevia, it's a sweetener that comes from a leaf, and it's native to South and Central America. And it's actually been used in Japan since 1977. And it is 300 times sweeter than table sugar. So you hardly need to use any of it to sweeten. And then not only that, it almost has no effect on your blood sugar levels. So if you are diabetic or you're just trying to keep your sugar intake low, this is definitely something to use. Now, for some reason, the United States FDA has chosen to not view stevia as a food. It is considered a supplement, so it's not going to be found in the produce area or in, by your honey or anything like that. It's actually going to be in the supplement area. And so look for that to be able to add to, again, your smoothies, your cereals, and even baked products. So these superfoods, power packed full of nutrients, you're not going to find them at your typical grocery store. Make an extra outing, go to a health food store. If you've never been to one, you're just going to be amazed. There's so many foods from all over the country, and these superfoods are going to be there. If you take the time to buy some of these items and incorporate them into your diet, you are definitely going to have great positive benefits, and you're going to feel different. You're going to feel better because these foods have nutrients that your body needs. See you next time.